Hey, what's up guys, it's Theo from Fino Concept. So today I'm going to show you how to create an outro video like this one in Adobe Photoshop. So let's just get started. Welcome to Fino Concept. Click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on any of our future videos. So let's go ahead and open up our application. For this tutorial, I'm using Photoshop CC 2018 and I've already activated my timeline. If you don't have this, just go to Window and make sure that timeline is checked. Now let's go ahead and create a new document. So click on File, click on New and set your weight to 1920 and your height to 1080. Mine is going to be in 1080p, so I'm using these dimensions and I'll just click on OK. So the first thing we want to add in is some form of background. So on top of the background layer, so let's go to the adjustment panel, but before that make sure that your foreground color is set to black. So I just quickly click on this icon right here to change it to the default colors, which is black and white. Go to the adjustment panel and click on gradient, then change the style from linear to radial, and I'm going ahead to reverse it and increase the scale to 1000% so that we have this nice gradient over our work. So I press Z on my keyboard to bring up the zoom tool and zoom this in to fit the screen. So the next thing to create is some few rectangles and some few squares. So for the rectangle, instead of clicking and dragging, I'm just going ahead to click one time. Then I'm going to input this width and height. So for the width we have 355 and for the height we have 620 and click on OK. Now obviously I'll have to reverse this, so I'm going to rotate this by 90 degrees and place this somewhere around here. Now let me zoom out for a second there. Then I'm going ahead to duplicate this, so you can use Ctrl J or just use the move tool and hold down the Alt key and just click and drag to create a duplicate like this. So once I have that, I'll select these two layers and I'll place them somewhere around here. I've already brought up my rulers using Ctrl R, so I'm going to click and drag so that I have a perfect center. Now I'm just going to select these two and place them somewhere I think I'm much more comfortable with. So I'll place them somewhere around here. Now let's go ahead and create our circles. So go back to the shapes tool, select the ellipse tool, click one time, and this time around we want the width and the height to be 300 pixels each, and I'll hit enter. So I'll bring this somewhere around here. So this is going to be for the subscription, and in case you just want to place it, you can also place it somewhere around here. So you can have two end videos and one subscription button. So let's add in some little bit of information. I'll grab the type tool, set it to a specific font I want. So in this case I'm using the font called Verdana, and I'll type in something like recommended videos, and I'll change the alignment to left align and place it somewhere around here. I think the font is too huge, so I'll probably reduce it to somewhere around 8, and I'll make sure that they are all caps. I'll probably also make them bold as well, so something like this is pretty nice. Now I'm going to duplicate this, Ctrl J, then I'll place the second one here whilst holding down Shift so that I get a perfect vertical alignment. And for this I'll probably make it previous videos, so the previous video is going to be here, and I'll duplicate one more time, use the move tool and place this somewhere around here, and I'll probably type in here subscribe for more, something basic. Alright, once we have all of these, click on create video timeline. Now let me stretch this out. You are going to have a 5-second video timeline, but for the end of your video I'm guessing somewhere around 20 seconds should be just fine, but I'm just going to use 10 seconds for this tutorial. So I'll cut it right around 10 seconds using this scissor icon, and I'll go ahead and delete that. So what I have to do is just stretch everything out to reach that 10-second mark. Okay, so once we've created this, I'm also going to create one horizontal rectangle. Now this is to make it seem like the whole process is loading up. So I'll create something like this, then I'll just use the move tools to stretch it out to the edges. Now this is so huge, so I'm going to make it much smaller so that it doesn't overwhelm our viewers. So I'll just make it smaller like this, and I'll fit this to screen one more time. So you can see that our timeline was already at this area, so whatever we created started from this point where our timeline was. So what I'll do is that I'll just click this to the beginning and just stretch it out. Now we are going to animate this rectangle too, so let's probably call it slider. So we are going to be animating our slider, and to do that I have to make it a smart object. So right click and go to convert to smart object. Now once I've done that, I'll grab the move over to the end of my clip. So this is going to be the end. Click on this arrow and click on the stop icon for transform. Now once I've done that, I'll move to the beginning of the clip, then I'll select the edge and just click and drag it over to the other side and just click on OK. So we have a plain timeline. It looks something like this. It just stretches out to the end. So that is how our video is going to look like. Now you can also change the color. You can just double click. This is going to pop up. You double click one more time since it is a shape, and you select a color you want. So I'll probably go with blue in this case, and click on OK and close this up and save it. Now that is also going to show up here. I can also do the same for these rectangle, but those are just based on your preference. So in my case, I'll just create that for only the subscribe button. So basically we are done. The last thing to do is to add in some form of music so that it will play from the beginning to the end. So what you do is right down here where you have the audio track, make sure you click on this icon right here and click on add audio. Your file explorer is going to pop up, then you select where you want the audio to come from. So I have some audio from No Copyright Songs. I just go in there and just select it. So let's just say I want to use this audio. I'll just click on OP. Then I'll probably cut it out at some point. So I don't need this clip. I'll hit delete on my keyboard, and I don't need this area too. So I'll cut it out and I'll hit select that part I don't need and hit delete on my keyboard. So basically this is the whole video. Hey, yo, can we talk? Now to render this, I'll just go to File, go to Export and click on Render Video. Now once you do that, you have to select where you want to put that video. So in my case, I'm placing it at my videos file. Make sure that everything here is checked. Make sure that the preset is high quality and just click on Render. Now Photoshop is going to take some time to export it, and once you have that, you have your full video for your outro. So if you want this exact same PSD, I have it linked in the description below, so be sure to check it out. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like to watch more of my videos, hit that subscribe button. As always, don't forget to share with your family and friends. This is Theo from Fino Concept, and I'll see you guys in the next one.